going to show you the two rods that I've set up for today's session. The first one is an 11-foot Arity. Now this is just for baiting. You can see I've got a big feeder on there now. I've got an even bigger feeder here. I'm going to fish with this one though, or feed with this one at the start. You can see it's just 30-pound braid, a 10-pound shock leader and a swivel tied on the end. And basically all I do is take this off when I arrive at the peg, put an 1.5 ounce bomb on. This is cast across, and it's always best to really take your time. You're casting across trying to find the edge of that weed, and you want to come back about 1 metre so you can imagine you're fishing right on the edge of that weed. Today we've got a few trees and the weed is a little bit further across. With it being a little bit cooler, I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but when I say shallow, it's still about 12 foot deep, so it is still quite deep. But on this canal, compared to the middle, it's quite shallow. But I do know that quite often the best feeder pegs on this canal are quite shallow. So this is all clipped up. This is going to be fed. 5 or 6 feederfuls of ground bait will be cast out at the beginning of the session. So that's the rod that I use for feeding with. Now the rod that I use for fishing with, again, is a 12-foot rod. It's the Professional. I'll just slide my feeder back down. So it's a 12-foot Tournament Professional, 3000 TDX. On the reel, I've got 08 braid. Now again, because I want to see everything that's going on and I want to be on the fish as soon as it takes the bait, braid to me is definitely the number one when you're fishing for a handful of fish. I have got a shock leader of 8-pound Tournament fluorocarbon, again about 20 foot. This starts on the reel and comes all the way round and onto the feeder. I've got a 50cm hook length of 015 fluorocarbon. As you all know, I'm a massive lover of the fluorocarbon now, especially on clear, deep venues where the fish are very wary. The hook is a size 16 B560. Again, Camasan hook, very good hook for bream, never really lets me down. I've got a sliding link here with a 5-bar Drennan cage feeder, and again it's nice and sliding. But again, the hook length, like I say, 50 centimetres long, not too close to the feeder, but not too far away. And again, with the measuring sticks, when I've found on the other rod the exact spot I want to fish, then this is clipped up exactly to the same distance. So what it means is I've got a rod for baiting with real heavy line that's not going to let me down, and then I've got a rod for fishing with that I can just cast straight over the top. If it was a national, I'd probably set up another one spare, but like I say, for today's session, I've got full confidence in my gear not letting me down, so one rod will be enough.